It's just an example of a very sort of clear-cut moment in all of this that just got so blown out of proportion over the course of 2 years. What do you think about that?
I think we should try to remain focused on what actually matters, and it sure as heck isn't Carter Page. What matters is that the Russians attacked the United States of America. Just hold that thought for a second. That what matters is that the President of the United States directed the White House counsel to remove the special counsel, and he only didn't get away with it because Don McGahn said no. What matters is that he told the National Security aide, K.T. McFarland, to cook up some story about what happened with Ambassador Kislyak, and she said no. In other words, what is clear from the report is that the president seemed to engage every way he could to obstruct it.
Well,
and
I understand that, but you know, the other finding is that
excuse me.
I have let you explain yourself in great detail. So I just want to say one thing, and then I will let you go on. I will let you go on, sir.
The point is
excuse me. I have something to say.
Excuse me. The point is that Carter Page is way down the list on what matters.
You're very rude, sir. That was rude. I was just trying to interject for a moment, and I didn't want to interrupt, but I wanted to say one thing about the underlying crime here. When there's not an underlying crime with regard to collusion, it's difficult to say that someone is obstructing something. So you just laid out your thinking on why you think the president was being obstructive. But if there's no underlying crime, that is one of the reasons that Robert Mueller was unable to make a finding there. I'm sorry for getting heated, but please go ahead.
Right. Well, you can call your guests as many names as you want. I guess the point I was trying to make, ma'am, is that Carter Page is not the main story here. So I'd encourage you to try to stay focused on what matters. And what matters is that the President of the United States sought and was eager to accept help from a foreign adversary. A dictator named Vladimir Putin attacked the United States. We've not adequately responded. Real issues were at stake, like control of eastern Ukraine, for goodness sake, the health of the transatlantic alliance. All these things are on the table. Yeah. And what we should care about is that the president and his aides lied about it and sought to obstruct it. And what the report tells us is that they've done things that are wrong. And I will concede, as Robert Mueller has found, that it's not prosecutable. But I don't think it's right. And I think we can stay focused on that.
I'm glad that you don't think that issue with Carter Page mattered. It ruined the guy's life for 2 years. He was the subject of 4 FISA investigations. So at some point, everybody was told that this guy was a Russian spy. And as I said going into that conversation, this is just one example, one slice of what we've been dealing with here for 2 years. But it is significant for those reasons. Thank you very much,
right, well,
Representative Mahoney.
Excuse me, you didn't hear it from me, and I don't think you can roll that up to the Democrats that the media reported it wrong.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good to see you again.
All right. Well,
I didn't call you names, by the way. I just said that you were kind of rude in that exchange. So, at any rate, let's bring in Matt Gaetz, Republican Congressman.